deutsche Qualität.
Did I hear oil?
Why did you make me do this? Yep, here we are again. You people requested a certain type of class and here you have it. The How to Submarine Guide. I really didn't expect that I will do one day a submarine guide, but so many of you were asking and asking, so here you have it. Just don't expect too much, since submarines are more boring than even my streams. So let's get started with the Albacore guide. The faster the better, since otherwise the FBI will knock on the door. The USS Albacore is an American submarine that was built during the Second World War, but all the historical part is boring, since the only thing submarines do is to sit underwater and snipe some ships from long ranges away. But there is one thing worth mentioning, namely that she was in a battle against the IJN Tahoe, and this is a blessing on its own, since I hate Tahoe for everything she stands for. So begone thought. But okay, after quickly summarizing this high quality story, let's go over to her stats, and by stats I mean quickly going over all of them. Come guys, do you really think I'm gonna talk about stats and compare them to other ships? This would be the most boring thing somebody could ever do. So let's get over this. Albacore is really not outstanding in any of the stats. She is rather in the upper average with all her points. One of the more unique things is that she has rather high point in oxygen and accuracy. Also in luck, but nobody cares about that. Having high oxygen is always good, since it allows you to stay longer underwater, and staying longer underwater means that you can do again more damage without dying. Yeah, I know. Big brain thinking right here. This was pretty much it about Albacore's base stats, but wait, there is more. That's right, since we also have a drumroll please. News version. Yep, you can have 2 Albacores in your fleet, making them twice as useless. She is pretty much a straight up copy, not really, but slightly worse. Okay, now we are finished here. So next on the perks, she has a total skill count of 3. One of them is like always the barrage. All of her perks are attack focused, so be ready to burn those books. Okay, anyway, the first one is surprise. When you resurface with Albacore, you get a 70% chance to inflict burn damage upon time when hitting a ship, which makes absolutely no sense. Okay, so you go to the surface, activate the skill, hit a target, and do for some reason fire damage. Yep, makes sense to me if you ask. Maybe that is the reason why the skill is named surprise. Well, let's go on to the next perk, namely Experienced Hunter. This skill allows you to deal additional damage to DDs, light cruisers and carriers by 10%. This is also the chance of you getting arrested by the FBI for using subs in your fleet. Yeah, nothing special pretty much, but can't complain about more damage output. And lastly, her all-out assault barrage, which is kinda a meme, since all she does is launch additional torpedoes. It is not like we had already enough of them. Yep. Let's check out the equipment. But before we start, I just want to mention I have not much experience on subs, so take everything with a pinch of salt. As for torpedoes, you can go as follow. Either you can go with the G7 acoustic homing torpedoes, which are homing, what a surprise, pretty much the best DPS output, or you can go with the Type 95 oxygen torps, which have significant higher damage, but are sadly not homing. As for the secondary gun, well, go with pretty much anything you want, but the best thing taking would be either the twin 127mm or the IJN twin 100mm one, since they are cheap, do their job quite well, and to that, if you use your secondary gun there is something wrong happening. And now the auxiliary equipment. As for this, you take your typical submarine build, so you go with either double oxygen torpedo to pump the damage output up, or you replace one of them with an improved snorkel to be longer underwater. This should work most of the time. So by that we covered the equipment. So before we finish, let's announce the 2 winners of the giveaway from the last video, namely this plebs on the screen. I have no intention reading this complicated names. For you to just post a new comment under the last video with your Discord name and I will give you your awards. As for the other, no worries. For the people that haven't won, there is still more to win. All you need to do is join my Discord and join the giveaway there in the channel, and that is it. So maybe you will win this time. So until next time, where we will be talking about the balanced battleship Jane meme.